Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use Gimp to take this poor defenseless bunny and put it in the cup of scalding hot coffee. You start off with this picture of the bunny and the cup, you put them together, and you use a layer mask to mask off the bottom of the bunny. The layer mask is a very important tool in Gimp. It's maybe one of the most important tools. So I'm going to start off with my source image. This is just a stock coffee cup. This is my background. And I'm going to open as layers so that the file I open will be created on a new layer. There, now I have two layers you can see in my layers dialog. And the next step is to take the yellow off of the bunny. The easiest way to do this is to use the fuzzy select tool. Make sure your threshold is at a good number and select the yellow and hit delete. Control Shift A selects none. And it looks like when I deleted the yellow background, it deleted it to be my background color. The reason it did this is because my layer does not have an alpha channel. If I had an alpha channel, it would delete it to transparency. That's what I want. So I'm going to undo all that. I'm going to right click on my bunny layer, add an alpha channel. You notice it's still selected back here. And let's hit delete again. There. You can see the checkerboard over here in the layers dialog, and you can see through the yellow now. It is deleted, it is gone. Control Shift A selects none, and I'm going to view show layer boundary so that yellow outline of my layer is gone. Now I can move my bunny around. Let's move it up here and put it in the fire scalding hot coffee. And you'll notice that it looks like my bunny's head is cut off. That's because it is off of the canvas. The canvas is only so big and the bunny is not fitting on it. To fix this, I'm going to go up to Image and fit my canvas to all the layers. There, now the canvas is bigger. But you notice that I have this checkerboard up here. That's not white. I want that white, just like down here. So I could try to go to my paint bucket and paint on white, but no go. It's not painting anything on. I'm going to go up here and show my layer boundaries again. That's the boundary for my bunny. And this is the boundary for this coffee cup layer. See how even though my canvas is big enough, this coffee cup layer is not big enough to paint on. I was trying to paint off into nothingness. I need to actually make my coffee cup layer bigger as well, so it takes up the whole background. I can go to go to Layer and make my layer the image size. And that's going to expand the coffee cup layer to fill up the entire canvas. And you'll notice the layer boundary is now larger, and it added background color to fill up the transparent spots. I'm just going to paint on white. I fixed it. Now I need to get rid of the bunny's feet so that it looks like it's in the coffee. I could use my eraser tool, but if I used that, everything that I erased would be destroyed forever. And then if I decided I wanted to go back, or if I erased a little bit too much, I would have to undo it. It just wouldn't work as well. So using a layer mask is better. You're not destroying information with a layer mask. You're actually adding more information. You're telling certain parts of your layer that you want them to be transparent. Let me show you how it works. First, select the layer. that you want to add the mask to. You right click, add layer mask, and then it gives you some options. White, full opacity, means that you leave your layer opaque. Your bunny is still visible. If you choose black, it makes your entire bunny transparent, so your bunny will look like it disappears. You could choose selection. Say I had a part of my bunny already selected using the fuzzy select tool or one of my other selection tools. That would mask off just what I had selected already. For now, I want to leave my bunny completely visible, white. Now I'm going to paint on black to make certain parts of my bunny transparent. See how that works? Notice I'm painting on to the layer mask. Over here in the layer dialog, when I added a layer mask, it gave me a second box right beside my bunny. If you have selected the left, see how there's a white box around it? If you've selected there and you go painting, it's got to paint black all over your bunny. That's not what you want. You want to paint onto the mask. So I just undid that. The nice thing about a layer mask is if you decide you want to paint the bunny back, you can paint white onto your mask. And here she is again. This is great when you're doing detail work. So let's get the result that we wanted. Painting on black, get rid of the bunny's feet. I'm going to go up here into the coffee. And there we have it. That's just quick. Not the best result. You can play around with the brushes too. It's just like you're painting white or black onto a layer, this layer mask. Use a fuzzy brush. The edges don't look so hard. So there you have it. That's how you use a layer mask. You can take your time on your bunny and make it look as realistic as you want. The steps that you would want to pay particular attention to are when you're painting onto the mask here, and also when you're selecting your yellow with the fuzzy select tool. You want to make sure your threshold is a good number that gets rid of all the yellow but isn't so high that it starts to get rid of some of the bunny as well. Hope this helps.